Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my anime journal. It's been a while. It's been about 2 months since I last recorded. Well, I actually just recorded this exact same episode, but my OBS decided not to record the audio, so that's always fun. Um, but anyway, yeah. So here's for take two. But yeah. So I the reason why I had such a big gap is because I just haven't been watching anime recently. Um, and that's because I just got bored of anime. So, I kind of, I guess, go on and off of it. Well, actually, for the last, really long time, I just haven't really been enjoying anime all that much. Like, some anime I'll really enjoy, but a lot of the time, I just kind of put it on in the background and I don't really pay that much attention to it. And it's just kind of like this thing that I consume and I kind of feel almost like it's like an obligation of some sort. That it's like I need to keep watching anime and that it's almost it's like it's become like a part of who I am to just consume anime, and it doesn't matter how much I enjoy it anymore. And that's obviously unhealthy. Like, I shouldn't think that way, but I still do think that way. Um, and so because of that, and also in about November of this year, a little before I started this electrical course, um, I watched Squid Game and I enjoyed it like a lot more than I enjoy anime, or at least most anime. Like, obviously, like my top 10, I still definitely enjoyed more than Squid Game, but as a whole, Squid Game is more enjoyable than the majority of the anime that I've seen. Which is funny because I thought anime is like this kind of like peak quality. That anime is like such a good thing, and then this like a K drama, and it's like this is like better. Like, they just did a really good job. And one thing is just like it feels so different that they do things that anime generally isn't willing to do, like have adults as the main characters. Like, that just doesn't happen in anime. It does, but not very often. Like, we have the main protagonist being a like a middle-aged single father, and like there is Tiger and Bunny has a single father as the main character, but yeah, that's really out there. That's not something that usually happens. And he's not a good person. Like, he really isn't a good person. Like, he definitely makes a lot of mistakes. He's made a lot of mistakes in the past. He continues to make mistakes throughout the series. But you still kind of want to root for him. Like, despite like all of his flaws, like he's entertaining to watch, and like, you can tell that he has good intentions. I also like the whole like aesthetic of the show. Like, they just do a good job at giving like this really unique environment where like you kind of have like the main characters in green and like the antagonist in pink. It is pink. It's not red or magenta. It's definitely pink. But and it's also kind of interesting that for the actors for player 276 and Duxu became good friends. And 276, they're like, yeah, the like Duxu is obviously a terrible person, but the actor is really nice. And and also, like, kind of thing, like, it takes a really good actor to be able to make a character that hateable. So he did a really good job. Yeah, I'm talking about this just to kind of like explain like where I'm coming from, but I did take a 2-week break from watching any anime. So 2 weeks, except for 2 episodes of Gintama, because I watch that every week. But other than that, no anime. To just try to like cleanse myself, just like kind of take that out of my life, and not have anime being like this unhealthy thing where I just consume and don't really enjoy any of it, and I'm just like padding my list out and kind of doing what people expect me to. And then after that 2 weeks, then I started Pretty Rhythm, and which isn't an anime I really particularly expected to enjoy that all that much. And it was, I don't know, it was cute. I finished it recently. I'll talk more in detail later about it. But, like, I kind of went back into just, let's throw on a show in the background and not really care. That was my first intention. So even though I kind of did this cleanse, I kind of told myself, you don't need to worry about like consuming as much anime as you can. Like that's not the goal. There's better things in life, so just watching as much anime as feasibly possible. But even after all that, like I think anime just is that for me. That like I watch YouTube, I watch like geography videos and linguistic videos and stuff like that, but and so I've been approaching anime from a bit more of like a mindset of anime is for enjoyment, and so as long as I'm enjoying myself, then my time has been used properly, that I don't need to worry about like consuming the most amount. But it seems like the way I've been treating anime is just the way that I use anime. That like it doesn't necessarily need to be enjoyable. That's just how I consume anime, which is kind of sad. That is anime for me, but at the same time, that's anime for me. Like, I guess I better try to fix it, and that's just how I watch anime. So maybe this doesn't matter. Maybe it's fine how I watch anime. Who even cares? If I enjoy it, if I don't, that's all good. But anyway, first anime, Super Cub. And so Super Cub. A Super Cub, it's a bike. Super Cub is like a type of bike from Honda, and Honda is the one who funded this anime. I'm not sure if they're listed in no, they're not listed in the producers. But anyway, Super Cub, it's a type of bike. It's kind of like, it's sort of like a scooter. It's also almost a motorcycle, but not quite. But yeah, it's a bike. And they're apparently like pretty affordable, and they get the job done. Good for commuting, good for just sightseeing and whatever. So yeah, they're a nice option. And then the anime, it's about cute girls, which is always fun. That's why I picked it up. I if it was a bunch, to be honest, actually, you know what? If it was a bunch of middle-aged men, I probably wouldn't have watched it. Let's be honest. But if it was like a biker gang, I definitely would not have enjoyed it. But now, if it was like a bunch of dads who like, have day jobs, but they go on like Super Cubs together, and then just like, like see the world. I would see that. That actually sounds kind of fun. Uh, what we don't get anime like that, but that would be fun. Imagine if it was like there's like Yulu camp, but it's like middle-aged men who are just like camping together and drinking beer. I'd totally watch that. But that's not a thing. That does not exist. But anyway, so this it's cute high school girls. They also all have black hair, which is a unique. Not super unique, but it is an art style choice because a lot of the time in anime, even when they try to have like a semi-realistic kind of color palette for the hair, it's still often you have like your black and your brown and your blonde. It's kind of like a little all over the place, even like a bit of like red. But this one, for Musume, it's like, oh yeah, pretty much everyone has like a hair color that like a horse would have, except there's this one random girl who has like blue hair, and one girl has like lavender hair. It's like, I haven't seen a blue horse, but okay, I'll take it. Or purple horse for that matter. But anyway, yeah. So they do have all natural hair colors, and it's pretty. I guess it's a little subdued. Like it's I don't know, the fact that they feel, I guess, a little more realistic. The main character is like kind of a lone wolf, and she kind of just does her own thing. But she does meet a couple other people who also have super cubs, and so they sometimes do things together. But I guess it's a little more solo than something like Yulu Camp or Yamano Susume or Tamayura. That that she does like do things with the other girls sometimes, but she kind of prefers to be alone. Not that like say like Aoi originally prefers to be alone, and then she like kind of embraces the magic of friendship. Whereas this girl kind of not so much, but a little bit. Like she does kind of have some friends. But as a cute girl is doing cute things, I would recommend like Yamano Susume or Tamayura over this one. Like it depends on what you like though. Cause say like, what if you're just into Super Cubs? I don't know of anyone specifically into Super Cubs, but it's possible. If you're like, do it like as a hobby and just kind of like, ride it around and have fun and stuff. Cause say like, if you're someone who races them, and I did look this up, Super Cub racing is totally a thing. People do race Super Cubs, and if you race Super Cubs, there's probably better anime to watch than this. And I don't think we'll ever get an anime about people racing Super Cubs, although that could be fun. There have been a couple other anime about bike racing, like there's been Yomushi Pedal, but no. And there's obviously car racing, like you have Initial D. But yeah, no, there's no Super Cup racing anime. Although that could be entertaining. Lawnmower racing is a thing that exists, and we do not have an anime about it. Anyway, yeah, it's cute. It's not my favorite cute girls anime, but it's still good. If you like cute girls, especially if you like cute girls outdoors, I think this is a solid choice. Even if it wouldn't be my first recommendation. After that, we have Levitating. Levitating, actually, it was pretty fun. It's kind of like a little spacey themed, and it kind of looks a little 80s, even though it's from literally last year. I watched it the year that it came out, I think. Or did I? Yeah, I watched it 2021. I watched it like a month or two after it came out. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun. It was cute. I liked it. I would recommend. Solid music video. After that, I watched Go Samurai. And Go Samurai, it's kind of just storyboards. Like, it doesn't have actual animation. It is like about samurai and stuff, but yeah, it's kind of weird to watch because of that. Because we're kind of used to everything being super fluid and stuff. But yeah, it's it's interesting. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend it really. And after that, we have Kuri Meshi in Miracle, which is it's a Hololive anime. But something about this one, as opposed to other Hololive music videos, is the fact that it's not really animated. Like, it's just sprites. They're very pretty sprites. Like, you look at the girls. We have Aqua and Subaru and Pecora. And they're all very pretty. And they have very, very cute sprites. Definitely like them. However, it is just sprites. Like, we only really get to see one pose of each of them. They don't move around. It's like, it's pretty, but I wouldn't really recommend it. Like, the song itself is also very repetitive. Like, it sounds pretty, but then you just get a little too used to it, and then it's like, God, when will it end? So yeah, I'd recommend watching like the first 30 seconds, but I would not recommend watching like the entire thing. Like, you still could. Wouldn't say it's a bad idea. It's just it's kind of boring. Then we have the big boy of Jujutsu Kaisen, which Jujutsu Kaisen, I kind of expected. Like, I was recommended this as being, I bet you'll hate this. This is like everything that you hate in anime. I didn't feel quite that way. Also, Gojo. Gojo looks like 9S. Let's just get that Gojo. Not Gajo. Gojo. But yeah, he totally looks. He has like the same kind of aesthetic as 9S. Because they both dress in all black. They both have a bandana right over their eyes, so I don't think they can see. And they both have white hair too, so they look like very similar. But Gojo is just like way more masculine than 9S. Like, he just kind of has that aura to him. He looks stronger. He looks manlier. He has pants and not shorts. But yeah, so they have similar aesthetics to them, but yeah, Gojo is just like more manly. And he is a man. He's like 28. And whereas Yuji is still in high school. And Yuji is the main character. He has pink hair, and he decided one day, I think he like got into a fight or something, and it's like, oh God, like what the hell do I do to to save myself? I need to protect myself from this catastrophe. And so he finds this disembodied finger that looks disgusting, and he decides, you know what? This finger, yeah, it's going in my mouth right now. Just gonna swallow the whole thing whole. And so this finger actually contains like a fraction of this demon's soul. And so now that he has part of a demon soul in him, he gains the powers of this demon. So when he can just fight like way harder, like he's just way stronger now. But there's just this kind of like little catch that he doesn't always have control of his body. Like this demon can just take control over him and just use his body for whatever he wants to use it for. And so yeah, that's fun. And then he's also given the task of finding all of the body parts, because I don't think it was just fingers. It might have been fingers and toes, but I don't know. Maybe we'll have to like eat the guy's heart and testicles, and I don't know. Maybe his brain too. I'm not sure. Just eat everything. But anyway, he has to finish like eating this dude. So that he can like fulfill all of the powers and become like this super powerful guy. Because right now, like, even though he has like this demon power, Gojo is still stronger than him. Partly just because Gojo actually has full control over his body. But anyway, but yeah, it's like he kind of has like this kind of collection sort of story, which is similar to, it's similar to Dragon Ball, like, finding the Dragon Balls, which actually happens like really quickly and maybe has multiple times in the series. I only read the first 4 volumes, but anyway, but also like Cardcaptor Sakura, and Cardcaptor Sakura has just like a way more interesting approach. Like, obviously Cardcaptor Sakura is more feminine than Jujutsu Kaisen, but it has way more interesting villains. Because Jujutsu Kaisen, like, I really liked like the first like 9 episodes or so, when they're kind of like world building and like giving us an idea of like what kind of magic they have in their world and what the story is. And then after that, it kind of is just more generic, like shonen fights, and it's just bland. It's boring. They're just kind of the same kind of fights you just expect to see in any kind of anime. Well, they're well animated. Not saying that there aren't, but they're the actual villains themselves are just boring. They're just not interesting. Or say, and also because he's so powerful, he can kill them fairly easily. So it just ends up being a bland fight most of the time. Whereas, say, in Cardcaptor Sakura, she has to, like, every fight is unique. She has to, like, figure out this antagonist's weakness, and, it's kind of almost like a puzzle more than a fight. It's, like, really cool to be able to, like, her, like, figuring out what the answer, the solution to the riddle is, how to defeat this villain. Whereas this has it's kind of like just brute strength. That's the whole thing that settles everything, which is just boring. But also the kind of collection of the elements of all these, like, body parts that he needs to eat. That part could have been more interesting than it is, and I do feel like maybe I am just not the target audience. The fact that I have like these nitpicky complaints about like things that it could have done better, that have ruined the anime for me. That like it's insanely popular. People think it's like one of the best things that exist. This is like, oh yeah, it's the best thing like spread or something. Like the fact that it has like almost a 9 out of 10 on my anime list, and it has like over 1.5 million users. Like, this is something people really like, but it does seem a little half baked to me. But if its fans are like, the kind of people who likes Naruto and Bleach and One Piece and that kind of stuff, and My Hero Academia, maybe I'm just not the target audience, and these problems I have with it are just me problems, and it's just not something that I need to be complaining about because it just wasn't for me. Also, something kind of funny I've recognized is the fact that the plot is kind of similar. There's a certain plot point in it that is very similar to Momote Lollipop, which is extremely different. But Mamote Lollipop, it's about a girl who decides to eat this marble, and then so she eats the marble, but it's like a really powerful marble, and so all these beautiful boys are around her, just waiting for her to poop it out, and so they're protecting her and making sure that she's safe, so that they can recollect this magical marble, which it's a strange story. But Jujutsu Kaisen is also about a guy who eats something that he shouldn't, and ends up with a bunch of guys, like helping him out along the way as well. So yeah, not to say that you'd like Momote Lollipop if you liked Jujutsu Kaisen. They're very different, but it's just a funny little parallel that I noticed. But yeah, I guess if you liked action shonen, you'd like Jujutsu Kaisen. Like, it really just isn't for me. Like, I did enjoy some parts of it. And it felt like it could have been done really well. But the fact that I think, it could have been done better, and yet to the people who like it, it couldn't have been. Like, the issues that I find with it are probably things that would have, like, if I had it my way, if it would have been better to appeal to me, it probably would be worse in the eyes of all these millions of fans who like it for what it is. So, yeah, I'm probably just, a minority, and my opinion doesn't matter on that. But yeah, those are my thoughts, though. So now you know what I thought of it. Let's see how many anime we have left. Let's do 10. So yeah, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's go for Idoly, Pride, and we could probably get to all of it, honestly. Anyway, next one, the new doorbell. This one. This was a funny one. So this one's also kind of repetitive, but it's just a short film. It's a short film. It's how long is it? 5 minutes. 1986, and the story is this guy. He gets a new doorbell. He installs a new doorbell. He feels really proud of it, and he wants to show it off. Like he has like this new toy, right? Like he wants to show it to the world that he has this brand new doorbell. But people go to his house and they just knock. They just knock. They don't press the doorbell. They just knock. And then he he opens the door and he tells him, "Look, I have a new doorbell." Use the damn thing. It is important to note that the doorbell is like above his door instead of like beside it, like a normal person would put their doorbell. But yeah, still he's really angry about this. The art style is like, it doesn't feel as high quality as a lot of things from 1986 necessarily, but it's still funny. It's a funny little kind of jokey short film. It's fun. I liked it, but it's silly. But I recommend it. After that, I finished Mamashibah. The last 4 episodes are just as bad as the other ones, so yeah, no, nothing to really report about there. I think I've talked about Mamashibah. It's just like the weird little beans that tell people silly, stupid facts, and it's never fun. They're 30 seconds each. None of them are entertaining. I don't care. Whatever. I've probably talked about them before. After that, I watched Idoly Pride. And this was actually like right before I kind of got into my like rut of just not watching anything. Idoly Pride was like this anime I was like finishing up. It's like, let's get through this and then I can quit anime for a little bit. So this is one of these shows that it just has like 10 times as many characters as you really wanted. There's a big cast, like a really big cast. Want to guess how many of them have personalities? It's not all of them, that's for certain. Now the chick that looks like Azusa from Hentai Oji, she's very cute. What was it? Ray. This chick. She's pretty, man. She has like blonde hair and green eyes, and she's like really good at dancing. And so yeah, she's a cutie. And yeah, she definitely aesthetically she reminds me a lot of Azusa. Yeah, she's cute. Yeah, personality wise, I like her as well. Like the fact that she's like this great dancer, and she's like stoic. She doesn't really let much of her emotion through, but she's also still willing to show the other girls how to do things better, because she is a lot better at dancing than the other girls are. So yeah, but yeah, she's a good character. And yeah, and the other girls, god damn it, there's way too many main characters. And May, yeah, this girl has a personality too. She's a cat one. When he's just kind of like a stray. I remember one of them was like this kind of like stray girl who the producer would kind of like chill with. But yeah, I think it was her. Yeah, she's cute too. And she, but yeah, like Idoly Pride overall, it's cute, but it's bland. It's very bland. And it's yeah, compared to Super Cub actually had like proper characters. This doesn't really, like, it has humans. It definitely has humans, but it barely really has characters, because none of these chicks I really remember much of anything about. They're all cute. They have nice designs, but they just haven't really been fleshed out at all. Like, I don't even remember their names or what they're like. So yeah, it's too many character syndrome is what I call it. How many main characters? Really, 11 main characters. That's way too many. But yeah, so it was cute, but yeah, I wouldn't really recommend it. If you're really into idol anime and you just don't care, if you've just given up on caring, it's like, I've seen all of the good ones, it's only the bad ones left, go ahead. It's better than $1 Million at least. But it's not very good. The production wise, like, the music's good, the art's good, the voice acting is good. That stuff's all good. But I don't remember there being a story to it. I don't remember the characters really having personalities, just that in general. So yeah, I wouldn't really recommend it. Oh boy, Condom Battler Goro. I'm already demonetized. That doesn't matter. Yeah, Condom Battler. This was a strange one. This was an ad, wasn't it? No, or was it? No, this is like a PSA. It's oh yeah, it's a Pokemon parody. So they all just have like adult protection as armor. And they battle with it, and it also skips a lot of episodes. Like I think it starts off with episode 1, and then it goes to like episode 19, and then episode like 46, and then episode like 79 or something. It's like there's just massive jumps in episodes. They're all like a minute each or something, or 2, yeah, a minute each. And this was what was it? Rev says to Sue. He recommended it. He just he had like a video about it and just like, look at this ridiculous anime. It's like, yep, this is a ridiculous anime. He did a good review on it, but yeah, it is absolutely ridiculous that this thing exists. But it's a PSA, and it's telling people use protection. It's good. It protects you, and it also protects the person that you are doing things with. So that's all good. I'd recommend it. It's a funny ONA. It's not very long. Yeah, it's only 4 minutes of your time. You might as well, really. You might as well. There's just like very little investment to watch it. After that, I watched Kobayashi's Maid Dragon. The second season. I've already talked about the first season, so I don't really need to go into detail on that. But yeah, this is season 2, and this has a new director, obviously. Rest in peace. I don't really want to go into that. But yeah, the original director is not with us anymore. And so we have a new director. Who did direct it? Oh, this guy. Ishihara Tatsuya. This is someone who I kind of expected would have directed it, because there's like a couple really good directors from KyoAni, that are still alive. And so he directed like a lot of the same kinds of shows as Maid Dragon, so like he was a good fit for it. But yeah, it was good. Still fun. Still some nice Yuli. Have all the same girls, but then there's this new chick, Ilulu. Ilulu is she's like very short, and her breasts are like almost as big as she is. Like when you actually look at like a profile view of her, like I think her breasts are like 20% of her mass. Like she is absolutely tiny, and her breasts are absolutely huge. And this is like from Dragon-y things, just that frick, what was it? There's like a certain part of the dragon that ends up being turned into the boobs. It might have been like her like fire cavity or something, and so like when you compress your body, like part of it gets compressed, but like it's sort of like how protein powder is like still like such a like a voluminous thing. Even when you like compress it down to like the base element, which is all protein, you still need to consume a lot of it because you just need a lot. And water as well. Water doesn't really compress. Like you compress it, you can compress it a little bit, but not very well. And so like her other dragons don't have nearly as much of this thing that she does. And so when she compresses it down, it's still gigantic. And so that's her problem. And I'm sure it gives her lots of back pains, because that's what breasts do. And and I'm sure like, it wouldn't be painful when she's in dragon form. But in human form, I can't imagine that it's comfortable. Now, another thing is that China decided to alleviate her back pain. They thought, poor girl, she's has so much back pain from these huge breasts. Let's just let's help her out. Make them a little smaller. She was only able to compress them so far. We can help her out. We can get her get them even smaller. Look at how good of a job we did at compressing her boobs. That's pretty impressive to be able to compress them that far. We also made her cloak longer because we didn't really like seeing her panties. That didn't help her at all in terms of back pain or anything. She just I guess it helps her out in the cold if she wanted that. If it was cold out, then she has more clothing now. If it was in the summertime, she might not appreciate China giving her more clothes. Might be a little angry about it, in fact. Or maybe the Chinese version is just totally separate. That there's just Chinese Ilulu, and she's just a completely different girl who has different breasts and different clothes. But and in fact, the Chinese version just kind of made everyone's breasts smaller, and yeah. That's a thing that exists. But that's really just like a minor thing about the show. It's not like that's what the show is about her breast being smaller than in China than in Japan. But anyway, and that's just censorship laws that created that. Obviously, it's not like they actually care about her back. She's a fictional character. But anyway, Maid Dragon, the show, it was fun. I liked it. Still has the same kind of energy as the original, good jokes and stuff. I didn't enjoy it quite as much. We did get to see more of her father, so that was cool. But Toru's father, I mean. It was good. Still good comedy. Nice like plot points and whatever. But yeah, it was fun. I liked it. But not quite as much as the original. But yeah, still pretty good show. And you know what? Let's call it a day. Let's call it a day, and the rest of this I'll review another time. I think the other shows I have enough content for another episode. So anyway, thank you for watching. Hope to see you again next time, and goodbye. So I completely blanked on the fact that this is literally this is the last episode of season 4. I didn't think about that because my seasons are done by year. So this Araburu Kisetsu no Otomo-domo that this anime is actually, this is the very last anime that I watched in 2021, which means that that's at the end of season 4, which is kind of crazy to think about. That I've completed 4 seasons now. That it's actually this is the very end of it. Yeah. So next episode will be season 5. Wow, that's crazy that I'm on to season 5. That's weird to think about. Anyway, enough of that. So we have this anime, Araburu. There must be a shorter name for it. But anyway, Maidens of the Savage Season is the English name. But this is an anime about, what was it, Seibatsu they called it. So the anime starts out as being about literature club. We all love literature club, right? You talk about books and stuff. So there's something that books often have in them. So like you have two characters of any gender. They don't need to be the opposite gender. They can be the same. And if they really like each other, then they often tend to participate in activities where their bodies are touching each other. And sometimes even like really really intimate. And so. But that's just part of literature, like that's not lewd or anything. That's just what literature sometimes has in it. It's not like necessarily dirty or adult to have these kinds of things in there. It's just what literature is. Or at least that's what it's like what one of the girls claims. Was her name Rika? That's what she says. That it's like no. Just because it has that kind of stuff in it doesn't mean it's dirty. But the other girls in the literature club don't really agree with her. And after reading all of this kind of content, they kind of end up having dirty thoughts. Which I mean is fair for like high school girls to have those kinds of thoughts. That's a logical thing to happen. And well, yeah, they all kind of like go their own, like they kind of pursue it in their own way. Like one of them writes her own stories about those kinds of themes. But she doesn't really understand the genre very well, and she just writes them very poorly. And it's apparently they're not very enjoyable to read. I haven't read any of her writing. They don't actually give really much of any examples of her writing, but just take my word for it that she's not a very good adult author writer. Not, adult the genre, not. No, obviously she's not an adult. But the other girls just like try to get into like wholesome heterosexual relationships with boys in the school. Not necessarily intercourse, but just romance. Like reading about romance and other things kind of makes you want to participate in romance, which makes sense. But yeah, they all kind of like have tackle this subject in their own unique way, and it's fun. It's interesting. It's it's a subject you don't really see viewed in this way in anime much. Like obviously we have hentai, where it's a very unrealistic portrayal of that kind of thing. Where this one feels much more human, where it's just like high school girls who are like experimenting with this kind of thing on their own, and like trying to go that way. It's neat. I liked it. Yeah, and out of for an anime like all female cast anime, it's definitely one of of the more unique subjects to have an anime about. So yeah, if you like that kind of thing, I would recommend it. What was it? Koi de Oshigoto might be a any a somewhat comparison. That one was like they're very different. Don't get me wrong, but if you liked Koi de Oshigoto, I think you might like this one in terms of like cute girls like kind of talking about sex, but not actually not necessarily participating. Um, but yeah, it's it's neat. Yeah, well, I liked it. I did take a long time to watch it, but that's because I only watch it on buses, which probably isn't the best kind of place to watch an anime about this subject. But still, it's. Oh no, wait! I also watched it at work. I watched, which again, it's like not safe for work. Except I watched it in my car, and I'm a construction worker, so they really don't care. You could literally watch full blown hentai at work. They would not even blink an eye. But anyway, yeah, so that's neat. Yeah, that's wrapped up. Yeah, that's the end of the year. It's 2022 now. It's no longer 2021. 2021 was season 4. 2022 now, season 5. And there's still like several episodes left of season 4 to upload. So by the time you're hearing this, it's probably going to be like a decent ways into 2022. But still, it's just not like it's not like some years where it's like, oh, it's actually like already the next year. It's like, oh, but yeah, no. I would say Happy New Year, but yeah, it'll probably be like February or March or something by the time you're hearing this. But yeah, it's fun. I liked it. But yeah, see you again next time for season 5. If you're still listening. I know these don't get that many viewers. Maybe sometime in the future. I do have these on Spotify now. So yeah, like I'm trying to like, obviously these podcasts have kind of always been sort of audio focused, even though I might not include a visual component. Like the visual component is like 0 effort. Like I'm just recording my screen. I don't think anyone cares to really view this. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this, and I hope to see you again for season 5. Thank you, and goodbye.